What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another league racing video on the channel here today. We're back for some more TTML Division 1 action here today. Round number 4, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Now, coming into this, I won't lie, I only had one goal, and that was to win the race. I wasn't going to be happy with anything less. Obviously, Bahrain, that did not go to plan at all, where we got ran over at turn 1, finished the race in 14th, I think it was. And I actually didn't race Spain because, well, long story short, I woke up at 6 AM, the race was at 7, and the next thing I knew it was 7:05. So, yeah. So that didn't really go well. So everything after Australia basically has been a disaster. We're down in P5 in the standings, I think, at the moment, or P5 or P6, one or the other. But yeah, obviously the aim really is to be a championship threat, and well, apart from Australia, we really haven't done ourselves any favours in terms of being one. So we're going to try and correct those wrongs and get back on course here today at Baku. Now, as I was saying, I really just had my eyes on the win. I didn't want anything less, but at the same time, I also knew how tricky it was around here, and if I could come away with a podium at least, I would be fairly happy in the grand scheme of things. Medium pilot not here tonight for Petamiz, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the championship looks like when everything's all done and dusted. But anyway, on to qualifying. First run of the session, we've got a real nice tow from our teammate there, across the line for a 37.3. That's okay for a banker. Could definitely go quite a bit quicker, but anyway, on to our second run of qualifying here now. We're almost 3/10 up as we come to what is basically the final corner, because I mean these kinks are all just flat, and that's what they are. They're just kinks really. But anyway, we're going to improve by around about 3/10 of a second. We got our teammate here once again to tell us up to the line, so yeah, cheers for that, appreciate it. And it looks like we're going to improve by basically 3/10 on the dot. We crossed the line, 37.013. That's a good lap, but again, we can definitely go quicker and improve. I had been doing 36.7s and 8s pretty consistently in practice, so I knew I could do that. But yeah, anyway, here we are for our final run of the session. I thought I might have been able to get a little bit of tow off the pedum there, but yeah, he was wise to that. So yeah, unfortunately that didn't quite go to plan, but anyway, we'll set off now for our final run of the session. So like normal, I will be quiet and let you guys enjoy this.
There is Csl Elite once again in front of him, right on time. There's been a cleaner lap, I think, from Amazing Hour in the middle sector, and it's a 38.8, so he is quicker again in this middle sector. He's improving by nearly 3.5 tenths already on this lap time. I don't think you'll find much in terms of a final sector, but currently Amazing Hour is on for an amazing lap here in Baku with hardly barely any time left in qualifying as he now runs toward the line. What is his lap time going to be? Comes across the line and he gets Csl Elite in front of him, of course, at a maiden hour in front with a 1:36.7. What a lap time from a maiden hour.
Alright guys, so there we go. Qualifying is done and dusted. New PB of a 136.731, and that is enough for pole position here at Azerbaijan. Now, I'm sure you're probably noticing that at the end of the lap there, we rode on board with the stream for a change, which is something that I have never done before. Now, I would like to be able to do that more often. That is the only clip that will be in this video as well. I was able to get a lend of a few things, but only for about 30 minutes, so I could really only do a little bit, and I didn't want to get too many different clips and all put them in, and yeah, I just wanted to see how that one in particular looked. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you guys think that fits in well, and I'll see if I can try and do it a little bit more often. But yeah, while I was rambling on about all that, you saw the qualifying results there. Pepetum will be on the front row alongside us with our teammate directly behind us in P3 as well. So good lap from our teammate Csl Elite there, especially considering he didn't have a toe either. So if he did, I reckon he would definitely be P2. He may have even actually threatened us for pole. But yeah, anyway, away we go then for the formation lap for round number 4. Now, as I was saying there a few minutes ago, the aim for this race was just to win it. And I know that probably sounds like something that you would think or like feel for every race. You know, you want to go and win it, and you want to go and win every race that you take part in. Obviously, that's just a natural mindset. But I think I was kind of a bit more eager and a bit more willing to maybe risk a dive or you know, something like that, just considering how bad the season has gone for us so far. Like I said, apart from the win in Australia, absolutely nothing has gone our way. So yeah, hopefully we can get rid of this little bit of bad luck we've had over the past 2 weeks and get our championship challenge back on track here at this very tight, narrow, tricky street circuit. You may have seen on the setup we're running 1.5 on the aero as well, so we should be pretty speedy in a straight line. Through the corners though, might be a little bit difficult, so let's see just how it goes. 5 red lights for round number 4, and away we go here at Baku. Looks like a pretty decent launch. We get a bit of wheel spin in 4th gear. Pepetum looking to the inside, but we maintain the lead. Csl Elite trying to go around the outside, but no way through for our teammate there. Top 3 holding station through turn 2 now. Getting a nice run out of there. Pepetum still pretty close to us. Had to use up a little bit of overtake there. I didn't want to give him the chance to go for the dive down here. You can see he was pretty close, but he decided against it, which I was pretty happy with. But anyway, so far so good. We have survived the first sector, or not quite. Hang on, where is it? There it is. Okay, now we have survived the first sector of lap number 1. And yeah, so far so good. Immediately, however, I did come to a bit of a grim conclusion that I definitely made an error with the setup, and that is that I left the front wing on 1. And after the first 2 turns, I immediately felt that I should have put it up to 2, because the car was just absolutely horrendous through some of the low speed corners. And even through this one here, this is definitely the trickiest corner on the entire racetrack. You can see there's no stability in the car. Damn near spins us round. And yeah, I really didn't enjoy this first lap. The car really didn't feel nice. But anyway, we've maintained the lead for majority of the first lap. So now the long run down to the start finish line here. You can see I'm using up a little bit of overtake. I didn't really want to use up a lot, but in saying that, you got Pepetum and our teammate Csl Elite coming at us here, 3 wide down into turn 1. What could possibly go wrong? Pepetum takes the lead. Csl Elite looks around the outside, but nothing doing there for our Williams teammate. So in a blink of an eye, we've gone from 1st to 3rd. Not ideal. As I was saying though, the car it did not feel good in these first few laps. It felt absolutely dreadful. The front turn was just almost non-existent. And the other thing which very quickly became a problem, as I think you're about to see right now, yeah, there's a prime example. We lost about 2.5 tenths just on traction. And that one word is the key problem. I was really suffering with rear traction. Onto the end of lap 2, virtual safety cars come out for some reason. I'm not too sure why. I think someone may have had a crash in the castle section or just on the exit. Venom is retired, so yeah, I'm not too sure what is going on there. But anyway, that ended fairly quickly. But no sooner had the first one ended, we come on to lap 4 and we got another one because there was another crash. Which, yeah, it was kind of annoying, but anyway, can't do much about it. But the yellow was only out for a short period of time, so we're back, green flag running.
MFD for a new strategy option.
And that is not what I had in mind to do, as we were struggling. We were already struggling to keep pace with the front two, and now that's just a nail in the coffin right there. Front wing damage on the right side, so we're going to have to come in. These soft tyres are already pretty ordinary, and with the front wing knocked off, doing another lap was not something I was willing to risk. So we're going to come in for a set of hard tyres, a new front wing. Now bear in mind, quite a few people behind us did actually stop under that virtual safety car on the previous lap, so even without a front wing change here, I think we would have actually dropped back to effective P4 or P5 or something. So yeah, very, very interesting, very annoying to do that. But anyway, we can't really dwell on that. We've come in, we've got a new nose, we've re-emerged down in 14th position. Oh my god. Okay. So that's definitely not what I had in mind at the start of this race, but anyway, we've got to get our head down now and try and make something of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. As I said during qualifying, Perpetum obviously here racing, but Medium Pilot is absent, so any points we can score will bring us a bit closer to him. And that was really the main aim, because if Perpetum misses a race further down the road, then that could really yeah, bring us right back into it, depending on what we can make of this race here. On to lap 8, XL Lando makes a mistake through the castle section. I think he was saying after the race he actually clipped the wall with his right rear, and that is a easy move for us up into P12. So let's just have another look at this moment here for Lando as we come through the castle. And yeah, you can see there, he just got the wall with the right rear tyre. It was only the slightest touch, but that is all it takes around this place. You cannot take any liberties with track limits around here, because it will make you pay in a very bad way. But anyway, on to the start of lap 10. Another virtual safety car, the third one of the Grand Prix, and we're only 10 laps in. I think that was for XL Lando actually, who has retired in the pit lane. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. His day is done. But anyway, half a lap later, VSC is over for the third time, and green flags are waving, so we are back to racing conditions. Following now the second XL driver of Noon in the Red Bull. Gets through the castle section a little bit better than his colleagues. Yeah, not too bad. We'll try and make a move on the, I don't know, how long is the front straight, like 50 miles or something. But as long as we get a good run out of this final corner here, we should be able to get by the Red Bull on the run down the front straight, up into Rich, a little bit of overtake off the corner, just to make sure we're close enough to him. And we'll get DRS just up here, and we should get this done quite easily, and this should be a move up into P12 as we pull alongside. He doesn't try and defend or fight that, probably smart. I think he'd just be holding the both of us up. So there we go, up into P11. Next up is TTG Laser in the McLaren, 2 seconds up the road, and that will be a spot in the top 10, so we'll see if we can open him down. Matthias P9 about 4.5 seconds up the road. So we can definitely still get a top 10 in this race, but yeah, it's going to be awfully tricky to do so. On to lap 13. Slowly but surely we've been making inroads into Laser. The gap to Matthias has kind of stayed about the same, but we have a safety car now, as we have had 2 cars retired, and I think this is in the castle section. Let's have a look as we come around. Oh dear Lord, what has happened here? That is a McLaren and a Ferrari. Wow, okay. I'm not really sure what to say there. I didn't actually see that incident on stream either. So I don't know if Carlsbury has hit the wall and the McLaren has just run into him, or the other way around. But yeah, either way, that is another 2 cars out of the Grand Prix. Only 12 cars left in the running here, by the way, which is absolutely unreal. But anyway, the end of lap 14, I decided to come in for a new set of medium tyres, as I didn't feel staying out on the hards would be the best decision. But unfortunately, as you can see, the guys weren't ready for us, because I didn't actually see it until I was already in the pit lane. But our teammate actually had a 5-second stop-go penalty for, as far as I'm aware, a collision with Bullet Boy, actually, under safety car conditions. I think from what I got told, it was the lightest of touches, literally front wing to rear tyre, I think. But yeah, the game decided a 5-second penalty was to be handed out to Csl Elite, and that, well, that really didn't do anything in terms of our position. I think we still would have re-emerged in P10 anyway, but the start of lap 16, we're back racing once again. Csl Elite immediately making a move on Mashiro there up to P8. I probably could have got a bit of a better restart, to be honest, and tried to follow him through there, but I was a bit cautious, I won't lie. I didn't want to knock my front wing off. Like I said, we're P10, 10 laps to go, so we have got a little bit of time to make some gains in this race. So first off, we're going to get by Mashiro on the front straight at the start of lap number 17. We get by the AlphaTauri driver down into turn 1. Job done up into P9. Just up ahead, very interesting scrap there between our teammate Laser and I think one of the Renaults, if I'm not mistaken. I can't quite see that far ahead. But anyway, we'll see if we can get up there and get involved in that scrap. The main aim really was to actually just try and follow our teammate through, as I knew he was pretty good at working his way through traffic, and I also won't hide the fact that we were both pretty annoyed at that point, so we wanted to make moves as quickly as we could. To the end of lap 18, we're getting by Cohen in the Renault there. Now, we got held up behind him for almost a full lap there because he was lagging really badly. And I don't want to say I was frightened to go for the move, but I really wasn't too keen on the idea. But anyway, we got by him eventually. Fastest lap there on lap 19 as well, 41.3. And at this point, the front wing is actually on 2, it's not on 1, so we do have a bit more front turn. It's still pretty slippery on the straights as well, and yeah, the car is just feeling so much nicer now than what it did at the start of the race. So now it's all just about trying to make moves when the opportunity presents itself. Obviously, the pack is still pretty condensed, but Pedham starting to edge away at the front, but I don't think we'll be a threat for him unless something major happens. But speaking of something major happening, look at this. We're almost going to be 3 wide here on the run down the front straight. Verstappen and Csl Elite side by side. Laser on the right. We switched to the left at the last minute. We're doing a Daniel Ricciardo-esque move here. Can we get all 3 down into turn 1? Late on the brakes, not quite. Csl Elite right around the outside. Very nice move from our teammate there. But importantly for us, we have got Verstappen. And into turn 2, we get by Laser as well. So a double overtake nonetheless. So very nice. The 2 Williams boys making progress here. in the final stages of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Speaking of making progress, the very next lap in the very same spot, Csl Elite pulls over and basically lets us go. Knew we were a little bit quicker, and just give a little weave there just to say thank you for that. So what's that do? Relinquishes us into P5. Kind of stumbled over myself then, sorry. But yeah, up into P5 now. Matthias and Bullet Boy just ahead. And I think in P2 it's actually Ditamo who is a reserve in this division and is currently actually on for the win. I'll explain that in a moment, but here we go, final lap of the race. We've caught up to Matthias, switch back out of turn 1, a little bit of contact front wing to left rear tyre, but we get away with it, down into turn 2, up the inside of the Red Bull, back end loss on the exit there. That's not really what you want. We've got no ARS either, so that's not really ideal, but we should be safe down to turn 3 here. Just keep an eye on the mirrors. He doesn't go for ascend, which is good, and we hang on to P4. Now, getting back to what I was saying a moment ago about Ditamo actually being in a position to win this race, Pepetum has actually got himself a 3-second time penalty, and he's done it at the very same corner where I lost a part of my front wing. So nice to see I'm not the only one in the championship fight that's getting caught out by that prick of a corner. But anyway, yeah, this could be interesting to see where he actually ends up. As you can see, we're about a second behind Bullet Boy and 1.5 seconds behind Ditamo here. Now, Ditamo, in all fairness, has done a really good job of keeping Bullet Boy behind on those mediums. So, yeah, fair play to the Racing Point. Definitely going to be on the podium, but will it be the win? Last time I checked on the stream, the gap was like 2.8 seconds or something, so this is going to be very close to see who wins this. Pepetum is going to win it on track as he crosses the line any minute now. Where is he? There he is. But does he keep the win? No, he doesn't. Ditamo wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We cross the line in P4. Good recovery, but yeah, definitely threw away a podium there. Alright, so there we go guys, that has been today's video. Round number 4 of TTML Division 1 at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And well, another average race, it must be said. Definitely had the pace to win that one, I feel, but just a slight little mistake 5 laps in, and that set us on the back foot once again. We recovered pretty well up to P4 with Csl Elite in P5, so a decent points haul for the team, so that'll do us some good in terms of the constructors. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, let's go over and have a look and see how all that has shaped up after today's race. So Pepetum leads the Drivers' Championship on 96 points, Medium Pilot on 70, Bullet Boy on 69, and we've jumped up to P4 on 56. So not too bad. We're 40 points behind the leader, so we got some work to do in the next few races, but hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you all for the next video again very soon.